Hello, welcome to the Swarm Report. My name is Hudah, and I'm bringing you around the crypto AI ecosystem in, hey, we'll try to keep it about 30 minutes today. It's great to see you guys. Let's get right into it, starting with, man, where to follow us, where to keep up with news here in the SlamAI ecosystem. Of course, make sure you're subscribed to us here at SlamX Official. That's over on YouTube. You can also find us streaming over on Abstract. I'm not sharing that link. You know where to find me there. But follow us also on X at SlamAI_XYZ. And our flagship AI agent, it's the Swarm. You can follow us with the Swarm_AI. A lot of news there coming soon. I say that often, but it's coming very, very soon, guys. So make sure to follow along right here. Guys, there's some really cool stuff happening in AI, and it's happening fast and furious. If it reminds you of NFTs in 2021 and 2022, and maybe the meme coin craze, you're not alone. A lot of news today, like the Story Protocol mainnet going live, Launchpad from Arc, a token launchpad there. Guys, again, a lot of really exciting stuff. Let's start by diving right into the AI market here. Actually, guys, I'm going to drop you our Telegram in the chat if you want to farm the Swarm tokens. You guys know you can still farm the bull in our Telegram. You might not have that address. Again, dropping it right in the chat here. And I will drop that for you abstractors too. There we go. I'll put a link in the description as well. Again, farm the Swarm AI in our Telegram. Go chat with the bull. Yes, he's still around. He's still kicking. All right, AI agent market cap. And by the way, not just agents, but this is also infrastructure and it's DeFi. At a $7.06 billion market cap. I mean, we're a shell of what we once were. That said, feeling like maybe starting to pick up some momentum here, up just over 2% in the past 24 hours. Now, I like to look at the agents infra DeFi by market cap, see who's our top performers here. In the past 3 days is our view here. Fartcoin, still the number one agent by market cap, followed by Arc, Griffane, Goat, and Corgi AI. Maybe a newcomer, at least newer in the top 5 in the past few days since we've started the Swarm Report here. On the infrastructure side is AI16Z, and still, guys, so a really interesting rebound here from really just a week ago when it was at a $299 million market cap. Definitely some energy over there in that ecosystem. It's followed by Arc, who has some news we saw yesterday. We'll touch on a little today. SNAI, Swarms, and then Buzz. And then in that DeFi ecosystem, which I'm really keeping my eyes on here, guys, but Griffane followed by Hey Anon, LMT, Grift, and then Buzz yet again. And so we did see Buzz both in DeFi and infra. We see certain projects, tokens like VVV that are also in multiple categories, but for good reason here. And then we'll combine all those categories here, and we're just going to look at mindshare. Who's the agents and platforms people are watching and paying attention to? That's Fartcoin. On top here, followed by Arc, AI16Z, Ava. Interesting. That's the Hollow World agent, and Griffane is there at number 5. I like to look at some tokens that I use as my barometer, help me measure this space and where we're at. And I do that by measuring, again, my favorite coins and where their market cap is at. AIXBT in a really interesting spot. Let's go full screen here. AIXBT, believe it or not, guys, an hour or two ago was under a $200 million market cap. It's a number look, the market being what it is right now, I'm not shocked to see any coin at any number. That said, this being just about the biggest AI agent out there, part of me is shocked to see it at a actually under $200 million market cap. There's often reasons for it, and while I do feel like AI has found a bottom, maybe is starting to rebound, look, CZ, not AI related, but CZ from Binance, tweeted out a dog picture. The meme coin community is going crazy buying up meme coins named Broccoli, the name of his dog, right? When you have big meme coins like that, they're going to suck liquidity out of anything that is holding some value. AIXBT being easily one of those things, and it is one of those things that's going to suffer when there is a big meme coin out there. So maybe a reason we're seeing it down, again, as of a few hours ago in the past, well, let's say 5 minutes, hour, whatever, actually a bit of a rebound. So now back over that 200 mil market cap. I like to keep an eye on VVV as well, right? We saw that incredible recovery here in the past few days, that V-shaped recovery. It's now making that like McDonald's pattern. And so losing a lot of its gains here, still a $165 million market cap. It's really decent. I am definitely keeping my eyes on that Venice ecosystem. Fartcoin, as we saw before, again, this is basically your top AI coin out there, not counting the DAO plays. But $488 million market cap. Many will consider this still the top meme of the AI ecosystem. Yeah, you have to. It's got to be top 1 or 2. For me, it's GOAT. It has been GOAT. It will always remain GOAT. It probably doesn't matter the market cap. That said, market cap at 113 mil. This is basically turning into a stable coin. Not complaining about it. Also think that this is a very interesting coin. At the very least, to be watching. If GOAT is not back, I wonder how back the AI ecosystem is. To me, this is what inspired most of what we're seeing here in this AI agentic economy. And so GOAT's going to have a place in that conversation throughout. I'm definitely keeping my eyes here on the OG. It's hard to say OG when it's been just months, but it really is that significant. Not just to me. I think to a lot of other people who are paying attention to AI. Now, we started just yesterday looking at what tokens are seeing the most net flows, and specifically inflows matter a ton. So most net inflows, you can start seeing where the momentum is moving. And right now it's all virtual. Between their base token and their Solana token, seeing close to $2 million in inflows here, net inflows, followed by AIXBT, Cerebro, AI16Z, Listen, Swarms, CX, and Serve. Again, these are the top performing tokens by net inflows. Got to keep your eyes on that. Again, this is where you start feeling momentum. And that's a metric, or that's a it's basically a metric people need to pay attention to more. Again, where is that momentum heading? You see it here with those net flows. Cookie belongs in that conversation, happens to not be categorized in that data, which is coming from Nansen. But Cookie would actually be number 2 right behind Virtual with just over 1 million in net inflows in the past 24 hours. Cookie, of course, the platform we were just using to look at mindshare, to look at that broader market cap. They do have that token. They do have an agent, and also performing very well. I do think it will continue to perform well. Really like that one, like that ecosystem. Now, I'm kind of saving the story protocol news just for the next topic. I'm going to start with one. It's a continuation on yesterday, really. ARC. It's a framework that's over in the Solana ecosystem, will also be here in the abstract ecosystem too, guys. But we mentioned yesterday they have a new DeFi agent coming out. It's called Ask Jimmy. As of yesterday, no token was live. As of right now, different story. Okay, so the Ask Jimmy token did launch earlier today. Out of the gate at a, let's peek how high this got. Almost a $60 million market cap. Performed how you expect brand new token launches to perform, which is straight up, straight down, but really finding some support very early on here, and now up to a $23 million market cap. Honestly, looking solid. And that's an ecosystem, the ARC ecosystem, that people are really paying attention to, like really putting tremendous amount of attention on. In fact, if we look back at Cookie, ARC should be one of our top performers, but I do want to peek at its, yeah, that's right, on the infrastructure side. The top performer by mindshare, let's check by market cap again, and number 2 by market cap, with almost a $320 million market cap. It's definitely an ecosystem you need to be watching. You need to bookmark that somehow, some way, and pay attention. But again, their first agent, or at least I should say, the first agent launched on their new Forge platform. It is a token launchpad and an AI agent launchpad in that ARC ecosystem. Interesting stuff there as far as how that differs for other or from other token launchpads. We'll see if we can break down, at least at the surface level, what it does that's so different. But we can say it definitely has a access to a different type of liquidity here using Meteor's dynamic liquidity market maker, integrated with Jupiter here, also integrated with all kinds of Telegram trading bots. For discoverability, these Telegram trading bots, things you might use like Trojan or BullX, will instantly discover these tokens. So you got to assume that means traders are going to find that token just that much quicker. This also directly benefits the ARC token, right? Again, that token we were just looking at that was at the $320 million market cap. These buys, these sells, they're all transacted in the ARC token. So there you see it, a direct benefit to ARC holders, it being the token that's transacting, again, in their ecosystem here. You love to see it. They've got bonding curves that are maybe unique and configurable, as they're saying right here. 2-year launches, again, I think it just gives you more control when you're deploying your tokens, when you're deploying your agents. Interesting stuff. Now, that's the first token that's been launched here in the Forge. It's certainly not going to be the last. They're being very selective at first. You can't just go over to ARC and launch your own token and agent. They're going to have that heavily curated at first, but at some point probably going to open that up to the general public here to just have your way and launch your own tokens over there. But for now, because they're heavily curated, you might want to assume that they're a higher caliber of project. I'll be watching that ecosystem, see if there's some good opportunities over there. You might want to follow arc.fun here. They've got the contract address for their Ask Jimmy token. Keep your eyes on that ecosystem. Again, I'll probably say that a lot here going forward, but ARC seems like it's one of the main players here. Memetic, good to see you, man. Welcome. Story protocol. Okay, I have quite a few thoughts about this. It's, I think maybe the right time, the right place, the right part of the cycle, maybe the right product here too. TLDR, it is a new blockchain with their new IP token that is centered around IP, something that we are probably all very familiar with because of our time in NFTs. I think we all like to believe, or we're hoping, that IP would matter a lot more than it does right now, or it did over the past few years. It might be a different story now, different conditions, more fungible tokens to maybe access liquidity, maybe more ways to monetize your IP. We'll see, but they might be onto something special here. I do want to say right off the bat, guys, if you use Cato, or if you're on Cato because you tweet a decent amount, and if you have Yaps, you might have an airdrop or a claim of the Story IP token. So just a heads up about that. We'll get to that more in a minute or so here. But again, if you've been yapping, you might have some tokens to claim that's worth a few $100s here. So heads up there. I want to check out the Story trailer. I think this might be a special product. So let's check this out.
We weren't the first to think. Yet we were the first to think about thinking. To question what intelligence really is. To dream about creating it ourselves. But when you invent the train, you also invent the train wreck. The race to create artificial intelligence unleashed a digital Goliath. One that feeds on the fruits of our labor. Exploiting our intellectual property, leaving us with nothing but scraps. But when IP becomes a secure foundation that others can build on, supported by an ownership protocol that can keep up with AI, we can enter a new chapter of human innovation. Story, the world's IP, in your hands.
It's super interesting. Look, I've been watching and paying attention to Story for, let's say, a few weeks at least, and I can't tell you I had fully grasped what it is they are doing, what the objective is, and it's becoming much more clear to me now. In that trailer, you heard them talk about people taking advantage of IP, and we have heard these cases out in the legal system about AI, LLMs, different agents probably out there that are training their models using other people's IP. And how do you keep up with it in this ecosystem that's growing as fast as it is and as big as it's growing, with all these models that are being trained, again, on copyrighted material, which, guys, it's not legal. And so there needs to be a solution for that somehow, some way. If you believe the blockchain solves many things like this, cuts out red tape, allows you to transact faster, but allows you to have that permanent on-chain record, that's what Story Protocol is going for. And I do think, again, there's something really, really interesting here. We'll keep diving into their white paper a little bit here and try to really reinforce what it is they're doing, because I think they're not the only ones doing it. In fact, I think there's a big Web3 native IP out there that's about to do something similar, one you know of, actually. But the rise of AI demands scalable IP solutions that empower both IP holders and AI products alike. That is what this infrastructure is here for. It's a layer one blockchain, purpose-built to reinvent the $61 trillion IP asset class. It's a pretty valuable asset class out there, and there is a way to monetize it. You do that, first and foremost, with an infrastructure for that to live on and a token to use to transact in that ecosystem. That is the IP token. Again, that just launched this morning. I think out of the gate, a let me think. Let's just say, and I'm rounding up here, but around a $2 billion market cap out of the, FDV right out of the gate. I'm rounding up a little bit there. It might have been like 1.7, but it's a big number. And seeing that in this kind of phase of the market, interesting to see at the very least here, guys. This is why it matters so much, right? This is not the only case out there. In fact, there's tons of them. We're probably going to see this conversation ramping up more and more. But here you see on February 11th, federal judge granted summary judgment to a copyright holder, determining that a software company used copyrighted content to train an AI legal research tool. This is just one specific case in one specific sector. Again, legal research. This applies to anything and everything. Think of AI that's being trained on certain art. In fact, if you use Grok right now, which I love, I use Grok multiple times a week, even for thumbnails. You can put in any person and any type of IP, and it's going to spit you out images. There probably is a problem there with that, right? A lot of this work is copyrighted. These AIs, I don't think. This gets a little more philosophical. Should they be able to do that and repurpose and remix? And it does get into remix territory, and that's a bigger conversation. And I think you've got fair points on both sides of that conversation. Remixing, great. Lifting, repurpose, I'm not sure. Again, it's very complicated, but that is exactly what that story protocol is looking to solve here. Story unlocks applications that were previously impossible. Guys, it's instant IP licensing, right? At a single click, that is what the blockchain solves here. Just the couple clicks away from licensing out your IP. And it doesn't matter what your IP is. Again, it could be music, it could be images, it could be a movie, it could be a legal document, it could be whatever. But your IP, you put it on Story Protocol, you monetize it. You probably tokenize it too, by the way. RWAs, you better believe those are going to be most likely NFTs. And then you license them on chain, and whether it's data to train agents off of or whatever, it's arriving at a very interesting time here. It really is. Now, a parallel that I'm seeing right now, I think this is there. I think this is spot on. I do. Pudgy Penguins, Overpass IP, right? A lot of people in this space have been talking about IP and licensing now for years. Bored Apes with their, what is their, Made by Apes? They have their IP licensing platform too. Again, you can license just a Bored Ape. Pudgy Penguins Overpass, you could license Pudgy Penguins and Lil Pudgies, and they've always hinted that they're going to open the doors for a lot more. It feels to me like Story Protocol is doing what Overpass is talking about doing, but Story Protocol might be much further along. That could very well be. So part of me is starting to think out now that Story Protocol is starting to click a bit for me. I'm wondering if that's the roadmap or the blueprint that Luke is looking at here for Overpass. And I wonder if we're going to see a big old update for Overpass over on Abstract Chain and something that will rival what we're seeing over here on Story Protocol. I recommend reading through this white paper. It's really good. It's really good. I think this is important because of the time and because of the product that they're delivering. I think it's important to wrap your head around what they're doing. There's something here. Maybe there's a chance we're too early like we were with NFTs and IP last cycle. Maybe we're too early, but the rate at which AI is growing here, maybe not. Again, it might have arrived just in time here. So I have to keep an eye on that. Now, I'm going to move on from Story Protocol in a minute, but I do want to show you they have a whole ecosystem already. They have DeFi. They have an NFT marketplace. And yes, I imagine these NFTs are licensable right on this platform. Again, I think they're doing something that actually is a few steps ahead of most other maybe blockchains or IP licensing platforms. There's really interesting what's happening here. We must keep our eyes on it. That IP token is live on Coinbase. I don't know if this is perps or if it's spot trading, but just be aware, IP on Coinbase. I actually think it's spot trading. I think it is. So very, very interesting to see that. Again, if you tweet a decent amount, if you've earned some yaps, you probably have some of that IP token. I think I have about 40-something yaps and ended up with 200 of the IP tokens worth about $350. So again, if you have any, and I think that's the baseline. I saw somebody with like 20 yaps that got the same amount. So if you have yaps, check out whale.mocha's tweet. DYOR, verify, validate links on your own. I mean, again, it's a very... it's a tricky site to navigate sometimes. Like, you're responsible for the links you're clicking on, but you may have a little token stimmy coming your way. So worth checking that out. There we go. This token actually opened at a 2.5 billion FTV. So I wasn't rounding up at 2 billion. I was actually underestimating that. $2.5 billion FTV. Market cap was around, I think, 650, 670 mil. So a really, really spicy opening for these guys. Let's see how it maintains here over time. And then finally on Story Protocol, partnering with Accelerate DAO. I like these guys. I like them a lot. Together, looks like they're sponsoring the Super Agent Hackathon at ETH Denver. That's coming up at the end of this month in just under 2 weeks. 60 grand in prizes for people building out innovative AI agents in specific categories here. What are they doing here? Competitive trading. So build the best competitive trading AI agent, win some portion, maybe all of that $60,000 prize pool. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. All right, moving on. We're going to see some other, interesting agents. I hope you're paying attention. Things are getting a lot more entertaining in AI, and the evolution is happening right in front of us. This is a new agent called Tracy AI. It is a sports commentary and a sports analytics agent. Really like this. Backed by an NBA champion. That's Tristan Thompson. Really interesting to see athletes getting into this. I wonder, all right, I wonder how much, again, this is like NFTs. And it's the hot meta. And you see the celebs and the celebs, the athletes, the whatever, coming into the space and attaching their names on this. Some of them are great entrepreneurs, and some of them are very techy, and they actually like this stuff. But let's check out that trailer for Tracy AI. Pretty interesting.
Meet Tracy AI. Revolutionizing sports commentary and analytics. Tracy is your AI commentator for all sports with deep basketball expertise, analytical feedback, and an unparalleled fan engagement experience. Tracy also helps pro players analyze and improve their game with precision insights. Tracy is also multilingual, providing real-time responses in all languages. Tracy AI coming soon.
Neat. I mean, it's got some utility. It's probably gonna have first mover advantage. I don't think you have any agents out there really doing sports analytics like that, especially with an NBA champion involved in it. So worth keeping the eye on. Again, partnered with Virtuals Protocol here. Like a lot of that, here is another sports themed agent. This one more on the betting side, and this is coming from Bunchu, who I got to meet last week for the first time. Great guy, great builder. But building an AI agent to trade, to help you with your sports bets. I like this a lot. We'll check out part of this trailer here too.
Meet Billy, the world's first autonomous sports betting AI with a serious edge and a not-so-serious personality. Think of Billy as your genius friend at the bar who watches every game, remembers every stat, and somehow always knows when the line's off. Except Billy never sleeps, never misses a game, and can process years of sports data in seconds. Billy doesn't just give advice. Billy puts skin in the game.
Oh, he's trading.
Armed with real-time
cool.
data, proprietary prediction models powered by Sports Tensor, and access to decentralized betting platforms, Billy makes his own bets, growing his bankroll using proven strategies. Billy bets like a pro, making long-term ROI. It's not about winning every bet.
Smart.
It's about winning consistently over time.
Smart. If you can bet on these agents that are also making their own bets and they're bringing money back, maybe to a treasury, if they're insights are helping you trade better, man, that sounds like a giant W. It really does. So that's Billy Bets. Now, that token is not live quite yet, but they are doing something interesting with their token, which is launching it in partnership with Vader, who, if you guys have been plugged into AI, you might know Vader already. This is one of those pretty darn early AI agents out there that now has developed itself into what you're seeing right now, an agent. They're calling it early agent offering. It's a pre-sale launchpad. So this is also on Virtuals, but helping out with, they put it right here, marketing. Look, you have a lot of smart people here in this space. They're not all smart marketers. We see that a lot here in this space. So Vader is going to help people with that. Billy Betts is the first agent that's actually utilizing that new platform with them. So Vader x Billy Betts x Virtuals, really, really interesting here. Raise Capital. Vader branding, again, they've got that great reach. A lot of these top agents actually do. They've got great mind share, so taking advantage of that. If you're investing in these kind of tokens through Vader, just know that the team, at least behind the scenes, is doxxed, right? So it gives you a little more safety, security there. Very, very interesting stuff. I'm going to keep my eyes on this. I'm rooting for Bunchu regardless here, but I was pleasantly surprised to see his agent now partnering with Vader for that launch. I don't know if we have a date for when this goes. Oh, here we do right here. Okay. Actually launching on Solana. Remember, virtual is now multi-chain, Solana and Base. So this is launching on Solana Friday. I think that's Friday, like afternoon Eastern time, I think. We'll keep our eyes on that. I'm hoping that will do well. And actually, that's tomorrow. So I like it. If they're successful, expect a lot of people to be trying out that new Vader launchpad. Really interesting stuff here. All right, agents, they're growing everywhere. I mean, they're growing in their knowledge and in their utility. And we've talked about this a bit, but also growing in where they live. Multi-chain, just going to be everywhere. This is the first time I've seen agents on Near. Doesn't mean it is the first time. It's the first time I've seen it here. We have a new AI agent launchpad over in the Near protocol called A-Idols. Clever. I like it. Not surprised to see them over there. We'll see agents on every blockchain. Hey, agents are going to outnumber us at some point. Make no mistake. I throw this stat out there sort of often, and it's because it's shocking and it's probably true. It's estimated that up to 80% of on-chain transactions are going to be from AI agents or just AI platforms. But we are going to be outnumbered here sooner rather than later. And we're kind of witnessing that happen in front of us. BNB now has a plugin for the ELIZA AI framework, so we'll see more agents popping up over on BNB chain. And everything over there is about to get more active, by the way. Again, meme coins all of a sudden, now agents. And then also on Ronin. Ronin is integrating, Ready Gamer. So we'll see AI agents, or I should say gamer framework. So we will start seeing agents populating the Ronin ecosystem. Again, not a surprise in any way. Every blockchain will have agents all over the place. And then really the next phase coming, it kind of leans into that gaming narrative, but metaverse. We've talked about this months ago, right? That AI is going to live all over the metaverse. We'll see NPCs wandering all over, other side metaverse and Decentraland and whatever your favorite platform is. It's going to be AI agents that make up probably a majority of the characters running around. In fact, metaverses probably didn't work last cycle because they were not populated. But if you plug in agents who are maybe smarter than your typical just like normal compute-powered NPC, you might be onto something, especially if people can't tell the difference. Could be coming this way. So here's Hyperfly partnering with ELIZA OX or using ELIZA OX to bring these agents to the metaverse. I'm going to kill that audio. I'm going to get a copyright there. But expect to see this later this year, especially. Metaverse meta really, really coming back here. Agents all over the place. And I wonder if that brings back the wearables meta in NFTs. Could get really interesting there. So keep my eyes on that too. That's Hyperfly. Shaw. Main character Shaw. Oh, hang on. And there's a comment about IP, and I like this, by the way. IP undervalued. They may have mass adoption, or no one can get it. Hang on. Let me reread this. I think may have massive adoption, or no one can get it. So we'll, I didn't follow totally, but I actually think, I think you're right about IP maybe being underrated. Like I was a believer in Overpass, and I think Story Protocol is actually a bit ahead of them. I'm keep my eye on that for sure. Shaw's getting ready to a ship ELIZA V2. And it sounds like part of that is it's called the org. TLDR here, you can have a team of people that are building out your product with you. It could be marketers and an intern, aka somebody posting on X for you, but a whole team of agents that are helping you build out your whatever business. And you're probably gonna have trouble seeing this. I'm gonna try to zoom in here. Really interesting though. This is essentially a swarm. It's essentially a swarm that is your workmates. Here is Shaw. Hang on, can we do this bigger? Let me try this. There's a way. Here is Shaw telling his team of agents, hey, I need a marketing message for my new multi-agent orchestration project. Okay, so one agent named Laura replies, what's the key differentiator from existing orchestration tools? He's talking so techy, I don't know what he means, but let's pretend we understand. He's explaining what the difference is, like what makes his product matter. So he tells Laura, she says, oh, okay, hiring and firing virtual agents feels gimmicky. What's the actual tech innovation here, right? She's poking him and prodding him for more info. Shaw's reply, they actually work. Like they work. That's the selling point here. Laura says, got it. Virtual teammates for real work. Simple focus, no overselling, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they refine that message here together, right? And then he says, hey, there's the message. Go post it out on X, right? And she does it. By the way, during this, other teammates chime in. These are also agents, right? So one of them's giving him advice on his rollout strategy for releasing these agents to the public. He has a team of, I almost want to say bots, but they're not. He has a team of these AI agents that are assisting him with launching his project. Again, the marketer, somebody that's helping him with strategy, how he rolls out these agents. And then Laura goes back and lets him know she posted this already on X. Guys, the way AI is going to make us more efficient here, this is not in the future. I mean, it's essentially right now, which is really, really exciting. So that's coming with Eliza V2. Oh, he has a Gary agent too. It's not Gary Gensler. I thought it was at first, but there's 3 separate agents in that conversation right there. All of them, think of them like virtual employees for this guy. Really powerful stuff. And it's here. It's essentially here. When Eliza V2 comes out, that's going to be one of those new launch features. Really, really exciting stuff. And then I think we're going to end basically on this one. And I want to say right up front, I'm not picking on NFTXBT. I really like NFTXBT, and I really like the team behind this. We learned yesterday it's FX Hash. Like, if you guys watch my shows, you know I'm a big fan of FX Hash. Love them. This is low-hanging fruit. It shows how difficult AI agents are to do and to get right and have accurate data. AIXBT struggles with it. We've seen a lot of that. And AIXBT, by the way, is great. But here's NFTXBT. I'll show off the good stuff about it right now. And it's mostly all good. It's going to track price action, artist drops, meta shifts. Again, let me back up. It's an AI agent focused on the NFT ecosystem. So there you go. Price action, artist drops, meta shifts, social sentiment. It's going to measure prices across marketplaces. It's going to measure prominent names, figures, influencers on X. And it'll put all that together to just be a very engaging agent. Again, very much like AIXBT, but very NFT focused. I love all that. Now, that said, the first time I saw somebody really interact with this, and it's been out for months, but since this announcement, I figured maybe it was a little more fine-tuned. Maybe a little more. And so I see FX Beta, who I really like this guy, by the way. Awesome. Awesome dude. He asked NFTXBT, hey, what's the name of the artist of this below artwork? And I'm sorry, I know this well enough that I know it at a glance. This is Zancan, and it's the collection called Bug Forest. And NFTXBT doesn't get it right. And again, this is not a knock on NFTXBT. I don't think most of these agents can actually view images and be able to parse what it is. It's just not something they can do, but incorrect. And again, we see AIXBT often incorrect. Agents are, look, as advanced as they are, they're also at the same time not as far along as we think they are. So it's a great opportunity for these to get smarter and better. And maybe I'll focus on that point. They need to be smarter. They have to be. They need to have more functionality, but they need more information. And that's why I'm very, very excited. Oh, God, of course I found a way to tie this into what we're building, and I did not mean to, but that is ultimately what we're doing, is working to build smarter agents, and in our case, that are backed with very, very substantial crypto on-chain data. So SlamAI_XYZ. Please make sure you're following along. If you think that smart agents matter a lot, then you're going to like what we're building here. Again, SlamAI_XYZ. Holy cow, I almost kept this to 30 minutes, guys. Let me see. Any other comments here? CZ had a dog day. Okay, we'll slip in a little meme coin comment here. Just so you know, CZ is a dog named Broccoli, and people are going nuts minting tokens and trading tokens. And it sounds like there's a Solana one that's a winner out there, not BNB. Which is interesting. I'll be watching out for that. But let's wrap it. Let's keep it close to 30 minutes here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Finally, just make sure you follow the Swarm_AI. Flagship AI agent here at SlamAI. I'm going to save my comments for when we have our big announcement. It'll be spicy. And of course, subscribe at SlamX Official over on YouTube. Guys, have a great day. We will see you tomorrow morning on Chain Reactor, and then back on the Swarm Report tomorrow afternoon. Guys, thank you for joining. We'll see you.